Welcome to this episode of 5 Minutes with 5Cell. This week has been quite an adventure. Let's start at the start. First, what you just heard coming into the video was some bump music. This time it was a couple of seconds of push and pull off of our first EP, which is available everywhere. So go check that out. We're going to use bump music in and bump music out at the end, just for the heck of it, honestly. These are interesting times. And right now, Sean and I are here, sequestered in a bunker, away from all the chaos that's going on in the rest of the world. I'm kidding. It's COVID-19 crazy times. Everything's shut down. Restaurants, basketball seasons, parades. But you know, we're marching on. This is what we do. We rock and roll. And we're here attempting to record bass. More on that in a moment. But we haven't been playing any shows recently, but we have been working on this album, so it doesn't really affect us. But like everybody else in the world, we want everyone to be well. We want our friends and our loved ones to be well, not panic, and, you know, do what you do reasonably, get yourself prepared, and we'll try to keep you entertained with our goofiness along the way. Next thing is our amplifier update. Now here's the crazy part. If you've been following along in this series, Jerry, the wonderful amp repair technician guru, has so far repaired 2 amplifiers for us and is working on the third, that as of moments ago, I might realize that I might have broken it. Here's the story. Jerry had repaired my amazing, love of my life Ampeg V4 that I've had since, well, it's a 1970s model that I've had since the 80s as a youngster. And it's been sitting in disrepair for years. Well, he fixed it. And I spent all yesterday, hours, playing through it, you know, feeling that feel of the first Metallica and Deep Purple songs I learned all those years ago. And that was great. Sean came over, and Sean's V4 is with Jerry right now. Because last week when we attempted to use it, it started acting very strangely. So we hooked up mine. We were going to use mine instead. It's a great plan. Should be basically the same amp as his V4B, just a couple of different settings on it, no big deal.
Yeah.
And in setting it up, it started acting very strangely. It started popping, and then the tube started glowing, and we smelled a little burn smell. So, I think something just went wrong. So I'm very sad at the moment. Jerry, if you're watching this, guess what? This is coming back to you. I think it might have something to do with attempting to connect the direct line and the power in the house, or something like that. I really don't know. But whatever it is, we're not doing that anymore. We're not going to direct line and fry another Ampeg. So, happy news that it worked for a day. Sad news that it died when we were over here trying to record bass. So,
Right.
Sean's here, and this is basically a wasted day.
Yep.
So we're making this video to keep you in touch and informed and let you know that that's one of the struggles we had. If you were watching, what was it? Was it the last video?
I think it was the last one, yeah.
The last video where we were doing the speaker tests. If you were keeping track on the 8x10, we ended up using speaker number 4.
Number 4, yep.
We all liked it. It's crazy. Speakers 1 through 4 have a different tone than speakers 5 through 8.
Yeah, the ones on the bottom were deeper.
Yeah, bottom because it's
heavier.
sideways. Yeah.
Yeah, the ones on the top were a little bit brighter, and we just wanted the brighter sound for recording with. You know, so.
Yep. And there were very subtle differences, obviously. But that's one thing. And then back to the other speaker, the 2x12, the Avatar. We were testing them A/B that way, but what we didn't show in that video is that we ended up where the microphone, where the SM57 actually was on the 12-inch speaker, wasn't right. So I ended up not liking either of them. And not only that, we ended up going with a different distortion. After kicking those sounds around for about a week, we struggled. Like, Sean, it used to sound like thicker and more tony and less bright and edgy, and it was just too something. And Sean reminded me that we used distortion in the Morley pedal, right?
Or writing these new songs, I was using that.
Oh, okay. Somewhere along the way, we switched to the what is the other unit?
Yeah, the other unit is a Wren and Cuff tall font Russian distortion It's a great distortion pedal.
It is great.
But we just, you know, for what we were doing, we decided to go with the Morley. And when we were writing these songs, I had a lot of wah parts I was doing with this pedal, and then we decided we liked the green one better, so I kind of went away from that pedal, and I stopped doing those wah parts. But now we changed some settings on that pedal, and now we like it better than the green one now. So,
Yeah.
so now we're
Yeah, it's just, you know, the recording has a different ear than the human being, right? You know, and sometimes things just work better that way. So, anyway, what's different from what we said in that last video is that the SM57, if you think of the center cone of the speaker, the SM57 is splitting that center cone and, well, the center of the speaker and then the cone. So it's like, imagine that barrier goes right down the middle of the mic. And we were a little off in the last one. So now that's what we're doing, and the other distortion, and that's going to be our sound going forward. So
yeah,
that's a little update there. Well, the bottom line is we're kind of bummed because we didn't get to record today and we got more problems with amplifiers.
Yeah.
But we are confident that Jerry's going to help us out. Super wizard on those things. And I got to talk to him and see what the heck I just did to damage this amp and your amp. So my conscience is ripped right now, but we'll get it right. We'll get it done, and we will record the bass parts the way they're supposed to be.
Yep.
So on that semi-sad note, but optimistic note, we'll wrap up and see you next time on 5 Minutes with 5 Seconds.